What would it take for you to give up your car? Hello and welcome to Well-Intel Daily. I'm Annie Hood. This is the podcast that explores big picture themes and what they mean through a well-being lens. Are some people falling out of love with cars? Well, there's more and more evidence that having four wheels and a hunk of metal outside your front door is waning in popularity, and the Gen Z demographic, those born between 1997 and 2012, are leading the way. In the last 23 years in the US, teenagers with driving licenses has dropped from 43% to 25%. And in the UK, it's a similar story. Teenage drivers have halved in the last 20 years. Why is this? Well, what springs to mind is the explosion of Uber and Lyft. I see climate change as a very big motivator for young people, and undeniably the cost of driving and owning a vehicle has to come into play too. It's worth noting that for behaviour formed in teenage years, that culture tends to be carried forward in one's lifestyle, and it's a behaviour and a culture that can last a lifetime. It's also a nod to a greater focus on local, rooting down further in the places you and I live. And that thinking is what has won the Paris mayor a second term. Her 15-minute city strives to make sure each arrondissement or area of the city has everything it needs. It might be schools, healthcare, groceries, everything one needs without having to go too far. So everything within a short walk or bike ride. This, the example of the reduction in car use and the local focus that the Paris mayor is showcasing, this is well-being culture in action. If you feel like sharing this podcast, I'd love you to. And if you fancy commenting or sharing your views, I'd love that too. Be well.